Yo, yo, yo. Y'all see me in a different location now. Trying to adjust this a little bit. Let everybody come on in before we discuss this hot topic here. Y'all caught me doing dishes, so hit that like button as you guys are coming in. You know I haven't gone live in a while. Hit that like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Age, sex, location, all those great things. Comment below. We're gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna discuss this based upon this clip or this video that I put out not too long ago, man. So, sheesh. There we go. What's up with everybody, man? Talk to me, man, before we get into it. Y'all know I haven't shown my face in a while. Jabari House, yeah, North Chuck is the spot. Prince O, what's happening? 27 DC. Talk to me. We got any passport bros in the building tonight? Somebody said, what up, though? Got Georgia in the building. Shout out. Enos, what's up? QB passport flexing. So we got some passport bros in the building. I might be really brief. Urban, Texas. Shout out Johnny Alexander. I thought somebody said Tel Aviv. What's good with me? I'm just washing dishes right now, man. Shooting the shit. I'm gonna, talk about this whole situation because this passport bro topic is becoming is becoming more and more popular, and people seem to have a issue with you know how men are using their passports to go travel and find a wifey or be a sex pat for lack of a better term. I know some guys out there are sex pats. Do your thing. Hence the thumbnail. Y'all see the thumbnail on there. But there's a few people and women, but guys as well, who are basically saying that if you're a bozo in the States, you're gonna be a bozo overseas. And I'm gonna play the clip here, here after a while, for this guy, he's like he's been compared. I don't got no issue with bro. I just think it's funny what he said. A girl actually shared the clip on my Instagram of him talking about it. He basically was like, yo, if you lame in the States, you're lame when you go to these other countries to try and procure a wife or get a wife because they look at you as just a lick, just money, or just foreigners just in general. Whenever a foreigner comes to another country, obviously outside of a lot of these third world countries or these poorer countries, when a foreigner comes in, they just look at you as money. And that's kind of like what led me to do this was that video I did about the Dominican girl talking about how Dominican women look at Americans, and that you're just a lame. You're just a lame with money. Foreigner is just a lame with money. You have no game. A lot of the dudes is which is what this guy was getting into. A lot of these dudes are fat, sloppy, out of shape. The dick doesn't work anymore. And that's why they have to go over there because they got a couple dollars and they're used up. And these women, because they're in such, they're living in such terrible conditions that they'll take any man that'll make their dreams come true with a few dollars. So a few people got it confused, saying that I was saying something like early on that passport bros is just about buying some buns, and I've never said that. You know what I'm saying? I think anyone, just in general. I mean, we got the term passport bros and you got passport gang, but just anyone in general. If some people don't ever want to leave beyond their bubble, beyond their circle, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever makes you happy is cool. But I think the more you travel, the more knowledge you gain about this world, the more you improve as a person when you travel outside of this said bubble. The more you grow, the more you become a person, become a man of understanding, becoming a man of culture. You know what I mean? And I encourage it for anybody. Me, I like to travel. I used to try to go somewhere at least once a month. You know what I mean? But I try to go every few months. I'm actually next month. I'm actually headed out next month. I'm going to DR next month. It's my birthday. If anybody, I'm gonna throw it up on Instagram. I'm gonna have a little retreat. If anybody wants to join in on a retreat, I'm gonna have a private group chat for you guys to join up. If you guys want to get, and I'm gonna, give it. We're gonna be holding court on the beach, on the playa, and things like that. All black men need to be passport bros. Somebody said something in the video about she wasn't referring to black men. That was specifically what the girl was asked about black men. Masculine, non-ducor duco. Shout out to you. These women are never going to stop us being a passport bros or just a regular passport holder because some wants to broaden their horizon. Most definitely won't get any in the U.S. Shout out to the boss and CEO 313. Yeah, I mean, you you'd be surprised, man. Obviously, the internet has changed things, has broadened people's horizons that they didn't know that women out here existed that looked like this. They've never even been able to see these type of women. They would only see, the girls from high school, and then you grew up in a small town. But when you venture out and you realize that this world is big and there are people who would give you the time of day, regardless if you're foreigner or not foreigner. You know what I'm saying? Yo, open your eyes, man. You can't be stuck. A lot of people end up in a place where they're stuck and they're depressed and they're tired of getting rejected, or they look at the westernization, the outlook on men is no doubt about it. It gets warped once any woman moves here. That's why it's weird that when people move here or immigrants come here, people, they come to the States and they try to preserve their culture. And then the children end up wayward and adopting the Western culture. And then they get mad at the children, which is the strangest thing ever. They get mad at, if they're conservative, they get mad at when their daughters are out here doing drugs, having premarital sex, getting bussed down by an American. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because you're bringing the kids here for a better life, but you're trying to uphold these morals and principles in your culture, but it doesn't always happen like that, man. But fellas, I always say I've never been into being the dick police. You know, if you want to get a wife from another country, hell, you want to bust down 30, 40 women in another country. It's your piece. You can do what you want to do. I don't think that's, for one, definitely a man speaking on how another man uses his Johnson is very strange. Your 70K will get you the treatment. Absolutely, man. Like I always say, man, if anything went bad for me, I'm definitely dipping to one of those countries if it ever goes bad. You can set up a little business. You can set up a business on the internet, a little small business, making a few dollars here and there, and expand over time. Open up a lot of these countries. They're very acceptable, receptive to expats, and you starting business and bringing money to the economy, employing their people. and it's easy living. But back to what I was saying, I think it's very strange when people make videos commenting about, you okay, you can't. Let's play devil's advocate, right? I don't even think this is devil's advocate, but let's say you in the states and you can't get women, right? Let's say you're in the states and you're just not good with women. You're not good at talking to women. You've worked on your social skills. You try to improve things, and it's still not working for you. You go visit this place. You go visit this country or this location, and you're appreciated there, right? You're complimented. You're told, even if it is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, even if it is some bullshit, you're adored and basically appreciated. You're celebrated in this place. Why would you want to go back to a place, especially if you've tried? And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get, because they say, well, especially for those who date, forget dating internationally. Let's say you dating outside your race altogether, right? And you've tried, and people will do like, well, maybe if you do this, maybe you haven't met the right one. You just need to meet the right one. If you meet the right one, man, people don't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you meet the right one, man, I'm tired of trying to meet the right one, bro. And that's how a lot of these dudes are feeling. I'm tired of trying to meet the right one. Go where you are fully appreciated, whether you're making money, having fun with your dream girl, rather suffer with all these arguments. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not about to sit there and, you know, try to make it work and, do all of these, do all this gymnastics just that one day maybe the woman or the woman of my that I really want, the woman that I'm trying to be with is like, maybe if you try hard enough, it'll work. Most men never even knew what respect felt like until they went overseas. Man, there's a lot of stuff that you never like. You'd be surprised at what men don't experience, man. And I think obviously I need to start talking about this more. You know, experience real intimacy, experience a woman actually saying thank you, a woman actually saying you're a great man. I appreciate you. I honor you. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that we think is foreign that basically, you see some guys. I say out here in the States, for example, man, you go out to some of these locations like where construction is going down. I've said this in other videos. You have these guys, the women will be out there bringing them food. The women will get out there and help them like on the job doing stuff, just contributing, as a unit. You know what I mean? And that man may be busting his ass, but at the end of the day, he still comes home and he's treated as the man of the house. He's treated as a man. He's not getting, cursed out or slapped upside his head for trivial things. You know what I mean? And he could be making, not even making that much. They're huddled up in a one bedroom apartment or something like that. But she appreciates him. She's still going out there to help him. She's still bringing him food. She still rubs his feet when he comes home, massages his back, and gives him some good sex. But we all go back to saying, "Hey, Jr., that's just how they're raised. That's just how they're raised. So that's why that's the difference. You compare the westernization with everything else, with these other countries, and you mentioned that to a woman here, and that sounds too much like slavery. We got a guest up in here. Let's go ahead and bring on the first caller here, Richard. I can't see your whole name, but let's go ahead and bring you on Richard Payne, R. Payne, authenticated.
How you doing, brother?
Talk to me, sir. How you doing this evening?
All right, man. I've been watching your content for a while. I pop in and out, man. Jr. You got things going on. I agree with you, man. I think about the passport bros and anybody. There's a lot of white men have been going overseas for years
Facts.
now.
Facts.
So brothers is just starting to catch on because you need a little bit of bank, a little bit of discipline, because you can't go over there, and not have your stuff together.
Right.
Don't just fool around. So, but I agree. One of the things about I think people of color, black folks in particular. I mean, we're people of the world. We
Correct.
shouldn't even think. We should never have thought we're just confined to the United States. The black people are all over the place. And even
Right.
if you don't want a black woman, you just want to be, like you said, appreciated. And one of the things I ask dudes to do, and I don't ask them to do this, but a couple of guys in my little circle. Oh, I said, when's the last time a woman looked at you and said, you know what? Thanks. I
Right.
appreciate you for who you are and what you do.
Right.
And I tell a lot of guys, most of us as black men especially, we don't understand our value
Mm.
because people tell us how devalued we are all the time. And I'm an engineer, so I was always, not always, but my career was been pretty successful. I'm retired now.
Right.
I've been making in the six figures for like 30 years.
Right.
Even back in the early days when a dollar was really a dollar.
Absolutely.
So, I don't say that to boast, but you know, I'm in like a bubble because I'm where I live at. A lot of the brothers that I know are in that category or higher,
Hmm.
but I didn't realize that the average salary was so low. I never
Yes.
even checked because I'm on the East Coast,
Right.
right? So bros, when you see, I was just on a show last night. I don't know if you know Chantel Simone. You might have heard her
She's an
name.
attorney.
No, she's not an attorney, but she's a content creator, kind of in the manosphere space, and she's got a good platform. She's
I
pretty
think I
good,
know. I think I know who that is. Yeah. I
right?
think I know. I think I know who that is.
So I like her. She's okay. She's from Jamaica, but
I was about to ask you that. I was about to ask you was she Jamaican. Now,
yeah.
yeah. Now I know who that is. Yeah.
Well, when I say she's okay, I need to do better than that. She's pretty good. I like talking to her. I sent her something, but I was on last night. She has a lot of live stream. But one thing I did say to her, I don't think went over that well, not with her, but with some of her people. I tell black men, even if we want to go abroad, at some point, we got to get over our red pill rage. We got to get over that
Yeah.
because all the sisters ain't coming with us.
Facts.
I mean, and that's okay. We just need the ones who do. And there's a certain amount of sisters still in the States that are worth having. I've been married for 35 years, brother.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And so some people think I'm out of the game, but that's not true. I think I have more game than some of these young guys. As easy as they get trim, if back in the day, you had to hang women in effigy to get some ass.
Yeah.
You
I,
know what
I
I'm
I
saying?
I hear you old school. You said trims. Tell them
Yeah.
what trim is for the young fellas.
You know what I'm saying, man? I
Yeah.
mean, women knew how to say no back then. They don't even know
Facts.
what to do. They don't even know how to spell that shit now.
Facts.
So I said, man, you guys don't know nothing. You go on dating apps, man. You had to go get your ass rejected to get to get made.
Facts.
Back in the day. So I'm not like the overly handsome. I gained a little bit of weight. I'm trying to get that off now, but I mean, I was decent, man. Dark skinned brother, man. And a lot of people say, well, how come all your girls are light skinned? I said, hey, man, the dark skinned girls ain't giving me no play. I mean,
Right.
the light skin they always came up to me. They wanted some chocolate to lick on. I was down.
Yeah.
But that was way back when. But now I hear what the passport bros are saying is just stay on point. Do your thing and don't go over there and mess it up. Make sure you obey the laws, no matter
Mm-hmm.
where you are. Find out how to deal in that environment. And even though you're over there with those foreign women, they got some Cheshire cats over there too.
Got some what?
Cheshire cats. You gotta be cool. They ain't all. They might be nice. They ain't all Filipina P. Let me put it to you that way.
Right.
You
Nah.
know. So you got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's and pick. So if you know how to pick wisely over there, you know, that translates no matter where you go. So
Hmm.
even if you're home, you just got to pick wisely. And then you have your own litmus test. And if women don't meet it, I don't care how pretty they are, you got to be willing to walk away.
Facts. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think beauty, I think that's the thing now that I talk about a lot as I get older, that you can be with a beautiful woman and that shit gets old really quickly, especially if because it's very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't exist to just come across a beautiful woman that isn't pretentious, that isn't into herself, that has a nice attitude, that's willing to do, that's willing to be the wife that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it
Right.
just being all about her. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hey man, let me tell you what, when you find a woman that's pretty like that, you'll pretty much lay down everything to snare her off the market.
Facts.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
what I'm
ain't
saying.
even worth it. A lot of times it ain't even worth. Oh, you talking about the one that has all the stuff going. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
My
you know
bad.
what I'm saying? If you find that unicorn where the woman's pretty, but understand that, she's a woman, she's feminine, she ain't all to herself and all that kind of stuff. It's rare, but you find one of those, you ain't letting it go.
You're not letting it go.
You
Nah.
just you ain't let that go, man.
Nah.
No way. So I hear you, bro. I mean, I like what you're doing here. I didn't want to kind of hog the time or anything like that. I mean, if you got a minute. I just kind of like these conversations. And one of the things that, as a content creator yourself, and I've been spreading this around, whether it's tags, texts, or super chats, I think a lot of manosphere guys, if they can spare some time to define what they think, and I'm not going to try to corner you. I don't know if you
No,
consider this
no. Let me hear
manosphere or
what you.
not.
I love input. I love input from everybody. I always ask people for their input. Go ahead.
Right. So it's not just you, but I think black men and people in this genre, we need to spend some time to try to to put a definition on what we mean by submission.
Hmm.
Because when you say it, it's like kryptonite to women,
Yeah.
and it's different to almost everybody. So in a guy who's been in a 35-year marriage, and my wife, I think, is a unicorn, right? I could tell you a little bit about that. Submission to me is just what respectful cooperation,
Right.
both ways. That nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
And let me tell you why I think that. And this is where the sisters get it wrong. And I don't want to get too graphic. But if you letting a guy bust you down, raw dog, and do his thing in you or on you, there's no more submissive position that you're in than that. And so when he asks you to make a sandwich after you let him do anything he wants to you, it sounds absurd.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? You could do all this shit to me in the
Yep.
bedroom, but I ain't making you a sandwich. How
Lick your
stupid is
lick
that?
lick your ass and all that shit. Lick your ass, all types of shit. But you're exact. It's backwards. You got
It's
it was what he would say. And Kevin said this, but Kevin was right. He was like, the only time you find cooperation is in the bedroom. You know,
exactly.
and other than that, that's the only time you get along. But yeah,
It,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
it don't make no sense. I mean, that shit just doesn't make a. Give me a plate. No, fuck. I mean, what do you mean? We were just in a room. You was just drinking the shit, baby. What are you
Facts.
talking about?
Facts.
It's incredible
Right.
the warpness that I think feminism as a contributor has done, and then black women took it and put it on steroids.
Mm.
Or some black women, not all, but some. So that's where I'm coming from. I love the sisters. My wife, when I met her, we got married. She was 26.
Hmm.
I went to her father and asked him for her hand in marriage, and that's rare. I'm sure a lot of people. She was living with her parents. She had a curfew, but she went to college. She wasn't no virgin or nothing like that. But I didn't care because I know she has some decorum with herself. And when here's for all those guys who worry about body count.
Right.
I try to tell them, listen, you got to understand the spirit of your woman, right? You could tell her 304, from a woman who might have had some encounters, but she ain't just giving it to anybody. If you can't
Right.
tell that, then you should even be in the game. And I try to put it to them like this. You could tell the Chads who's getting all the ass he wants from an incel
Hmm.
just by looking at him and talking to him. If you see a guy who's an incel, you can say, this guy ain't getting nothing. And if you see a Chad, you know he's busting down on women. Same thing goes for women. You know a woman who's just been free with her stuff and
Right.
one who's a little bit more reserved. You just got to be able to be in the spirit
Mm.
of the woman, right? So I tell guys, because you can't ask a woman what her body count is. That's just stupid. She's not going to tell you the truth. So you
I
making her.
mean, these guys, like when I say stuff, it's been so like, yes, you can, yes, you, and I've yet to see a realistic scenario like where you don't come off as just corny. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm like, I look at a lot of these things that, and these guys are popular podcasters. They have popular things going on,
Right.
and they say so much stuff that's unrealistic. And I'm
Exactly.
like, you can't have been with a woman, or you can't be good with women. The stuff that's being said, and I'm just like, but it's popular. So, but when I say some shit, it's just like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Now I'm just like, bro, do you know? Anyway, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but that's the truth, man. That's why I say the brothers got to come out of the red pill rage and kind of understand who they're dealing with. Women are they're complex creatures on one end, and then they're simple on the other. If you get out of your own way to understand their dynamic, right? But you don't ask a woman what's your body count. She automatically gets defensive, and she's gonna lie to you, right? So you find other ways to get comfortable with the fact that if you already accept that she's not a virgin, which most of us do, then you got to accept, even if it was that one dude, you have to accept that maybe he busted her ass out.
Facts. Yep. He desecrated her. He did her the most dirty.
That's right.
You know what I'm
And no,
saying?
and no woman forgets that first.
Look, don't forget the first. Don't forget the last either.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, we
Okay.
got to come to grips with that shit, man. We ain't in the East. We're in the West. Our women are different than women everywhere else. So we got to stop being mad at them, and then we also need to understand that all of them ain't coming with us, right? I mean, if you want to kind of rebuild a community, rebuild the families, find good girls, there are some women like the Vivica Foxes of the world. There's no converting that fucking chick.
Yeah.
She's who she is. You don't have to hate on her. She's just not one of the ones.
Right.
You just move on. Because there's some women out there that you look at TikTok and all this. Just women are starting to change their tune. I'm not talking about the soft girl era shit either. There's a lot of women starting to. There's some women starting to realize, you know what? I've been doing this shit all wrong.
Right. Right.
They're
Right.
starting to say that. They're not. We're not making them say it. They're saying it on their own.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it all ain't hopeless. But I'm not saying to the passport bros, don't go overseas, because I think we should be men of the world anyway.
Most definitely.
So I mean, that's what I had to say, man. I got that much more.
No worries. Where you calling in from, Mr. Payne?
I'm out here I'm in Jersey. I'm in
Out in
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, on the East
Okay.
Coast. And I just pass around. I said, listen, man, I get on these things. I try to say maybe I should put a better shirt on and all this kind of shit. But if I had my own podcast, I would that. I'm just a guy coming on.
Yeah.
I don't know everything, but I know a little bit about kind of life. Because I'm 64. And I've been around. And I tell guys, I think I have more game than a lot of you young guys. And I write a little bit, I write my one pager. So since I'm retired, I sit down and put a lot of my thoughts on paper,
Right.
and I confine it to one page. So I have to be concise.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different topics. Since the pandemic hit, I talked about technology and how that saved our asses in 2020.
Mm.
If we didn't have that technology in 2020, we would have been completely devastated, because even if we couldn't physically be with each other electronically, we were always in touch.
Mm-hmm.
And that made a difference. And then, I talk about a lot of other things. And I have a couple of things about dating tips for the modern man. And I'm an old school guy. You know, if I'm gonna go on a date, you know, I'm gonna pay for the first date.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask, especially if it's a woman I like. I'm not gonna ask her to go 50-50. I mean, even if she approves, right? She ain't never gonna look at you the same.
I don't think that's realistic.
Well,
I
say
mean,
so.
in
So what's that?
terms of asking a woman out on a date and making her pay half, you know what I'm saying? But hey, if people do it, you know, I like to see how it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people do it, and that's their first. And with the good girl, with the girl that you might want, that's your first and your last date, probably.
Facts, facts,
You know, I put
facts.
that. I got like 5 points that I tell guys. Listen, if you know, I went to, I'm an engineer. So even when I was in school, you know, you don't have no money, right? So I called my funds. I said, you got a budget for your dates. You got a budget. If you're a dating market, I told guys, you got to have a budget for dating,
Hmm.
right? And I called it a research and development fund, right? Guys said, what the hell are you talking about that? I said, well, yeah, I'm an engineer. I researched the chick. I research and I develop. If she's a one night stand, the budget is one size, and if she's somebody I want to cultivate a relationship, the budget's bigger.
Yeah.
And if I run out of money on that for that particular girl, and I'm still on first base, she's in the friend zone.
Mm.
Yeah,
I,
I was 19 when I came up with that.
I hear you.
You know. So anyway, bro, I don't want to, you know. Oh, yep. I know you got a lot of, you know, you got your theme for the show. I don't want to get too much off topic. You know.
Nah, you good. You landed the plane just in time. You
All
know what
right,
I'm saying?
man. That's cool, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate it, man. Keep doing the good work. You know, I see your numbers going up, and you know, I pop in. You've been going for a couple of weeks or so, right?
Couple
Have you been
days.
a couple of days? All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? I got the bell, you know, so when you pop something out, I see it, you know. So
Yeah, I
there you go.
appreciate you, Mr. Payne. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
brother. Take
Hey,
it good, man. Keep rolling.
have a good night.
Yep, later.
All right, later. I seen I was about to bring on the passport, bro. He disappeared. We got any other passport bros? I was about to bring him on. I saw you in the chat in backstage. If you want to call back in, any of y'all other passport bros before we get into it here, you know, to express your opinions. But the piggyback. Let me see here. We got a private chat. Yeah, man. Go ahead and call back in. I see you. I see your message. Go ahead. You got to call. You got to hit the link and call back in. I don't see you. I can't bring you on. You got to hit the link and call back in. I'll bring you on. While we waiting for him to come back on or whoever else want to call in, y'all see the link pinned in the chat in blue. Hit that like button, man. Let's get it up to 100 likes. Y'all know I don't go live often, so show some love. Quit playing with me. You know what I'm saying? There we go. But before I bring on this brother here, man, he's absolutely right. Guys, there's a huge world. There's a huge world out there. We're at 8 billion people now. You know what I'm saying? And you hung up over one woman here that you have to ask her 2 or 3 times to go out, and she really doesn't want to go out with you. You know what I'm saying? This, you know, you have so many other women that would love to go out with you. Give you 5 minutes. You called in, you say give you 5 minutes. You say give him 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So you got guys, that passport is what it is. If I don't know, if you don't have it, or if you, I thought we just crossed 8 billion. You know, I thought we was well over 7 billion. I thought we just crossed 8. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. 7.09. I thought we just crossed 8. But anyway, there are so many women that would love to go out with you, even if it is for your money, right? But that doesn't make you a bozo. You know, some women you're gonna click with, some women you're not. If the women in your area aren't feeling you, you need to travel elsewhere. If you've done everything to improve on yourself and they're still not feeling the type of guy that you are, yo, take that passport and make some magic happen. You know what I'm saying? Make some magic happen. Touchdown in one of these countries where you'll be like he said, where she'll tell you she appreciates you. You'll wake up, as they say, with grapes in your mouth. No homo. You know what I'm saying? Why not wake up in paradise or wake up in a beautiful woman's arms that wants to be there with you, right? And then you have the guy that's saying stuff like, "Let me see if this guy is on here before I forget." There we go. Let's bring on this passport bro here. I know I was on a roll. I know I was giving y'all some good shit just now. Sir, how you doing?
What's cracking, JR?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Great topic, Brody. Great topic
Where you,
regarding the
where you calling in
passport.
from?
Um, I'm from Cali, but our passport back's heavy in Mexico.
What part of
Heavy.
Cali?
SoCal, LA, Long Beach area,
Long Beach? Okay.
Strong Beach.
Strong Beach, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, so what's
So,
your thoughts, man? What's on your mind? You said your passport's heavy in Mexico. What
oh,
else has happened?
oh yeah,
Talk to these
definitely,
bros.
definitely. I definitely encourage guys to get their passport. I do have a YouTube channel and it's a lifestyle, bro. So whether you want to be a bachelor guy or if you want something serious or you want to do a little bit of both, you have plenty of options when you explore outside of the United States. Um, you have a sense of liberty, I feel, because you can really control your outcomes a lot better compared to being here in the United States.
Mm,
And learning the language and making friends in these countries makes that experience a lot better.
100.
hmm Definitely.
So it's not all
So
about the women.
about the women, oh,
It,
so yeah, that's good you brought that up because I will be honest. If and I talk a lot about this on my channel. If you do not meet a certain looks threshold, the women overseas will deny you as well. So I'm keeping 100. No me gusta, papi.
so
Like I'm not interested.
so
So
even if your money's strong.
even if your money's strong, yeah. So for example, I tell a lot of brothers the JBB does not apply in Mexico. Just be black.
Mm,
You got to show. You got to be a little bit culture. You got to look decent. You got to hit the gym. And once your American status is more like a multiplier. Okay, so it's like, hey, decent looking brother from the States, plus you got the money, then you're big money. Okay. Um, so that's very important. Now there are guys that do monger, and that's not a bad thing, but they pretty much know their self worth.
hmm.
And these are guys where a lot of the women in the States have rejected.
Okay.
So they realize like, hey, this is my only opportunity to get what I want, and I'm going to proceed that route. So even though I'm maybe like 250, close to 300, I'm just saying, a typical monger. Instead of going out on dates with women that are overweight in the States, you can pay for, a baddie that's 21, 25, 23, and you don't have to suffer like that.
Right.
So I get where they're coming from. And then on the other side, the other type of passport bros, guys that do not struggle with women and they realize, hey, if I go overseas and I want something desirable, it's less maintenance. Dating an eight in LA is completely different from dating an eight in Mexico. Night
Right.
and day.
So I've heard.
Right. So you're able to not only have that experience in the other country, you're able to stack on your funds too. The average date in California is $250. Bro, I can fly from Tijuana to Cabo San Lucas round trip in advance for less than $75.
Mm,
And I'm on a beach overlooking the ocean, clear water, taking $2 tequila shots. Why
mm.
suffer?
He said, "Why suffer?" How long have you been doing this?
So I'm actually late to the game, bro. I'm going about 4 years strong, and I'm in my mid 30s. I
That's not
wish I
late.
would have.
That's
I
not late.
know, but I wish I would have had my passport when I was in my 20s, man. Um, when I hear younger guys getting their passports and exploring, to me that's great because again, that's going to give you an alternative. That's going to give you another option, and you're going to move differently. So for here, I just collect the check. I go to work, do what I got to do, hit the gym, work out, and I live a very frugal lifestyle in the States.
Mm,
But when I get to Max and other places, yeah, we hitting the ground running, bro.
mm.
Hitting the ground running. But I'm able to establish myself to where even though I'm not living there full time, I'm able to go there at least twice a month for 4 to 5 days on average.
Oh, really? Oh, so you designed. I mean, that's what it's about. What you're speaking on. That's what it's about. To have the financial freedom to be able to travel like that. You said you go twice a month before, so that's 10 days
Yeah,
tops
yeah,
out of the month that you're not in the States.
right, right. On average, on average. Uh, Other places, throughout Mexico, and it's just not only women. I visit museums. I do a lot of excursions. I visit a lot of landmarks. So it's important to explore the culture, appreciate the
For
culture,
sure.
uh, and move the way where you really feel comfortable.
Got it. So, what do you think about this whole? Which I haven't played the clip yet. I will get to it. What do you think about the whole situation? I know you kind of touched on it, but do you think a guy? Because this is what is being said. If you're lame in the States, you're lame over there. It doesn't matter what you do.
Right. I'm about 80% saying yes. So if you're lame in the States and you go overseas, and here's why. If women finesse you here in the States, they're going to finesse you overseas.
Right.
And the problem is, I'll keep it completely 100. You have a lot of men that have been denied, rejected
Mhm.
here. They go overseas and they get something that they wouldn't even think of that's beautiful, gorgeous, and they just give her the world.
Yes.
And she's going to sense that, yo, this guy's a real lame, he's a real simp, and I'm going to take advantage of him. So it's important for men to wise up and realize, hey, if I go over to this country, this woman's going to appreciate me, not just because of my status
Mhm.
and what I can actually do for her.
So 80%.
80%, yeah. Yeah. And a lot of these guys, unfortunately, you give them the information and you give them a guy how to move, but once they're with something extremely desirable, everything goes out that you told them.
Absolutely.
So it's important to have discipline as well, um, because a lot of these women will take advantage of you at any given moment if you're caught slipping.
Gotcha. So what's some advice for somebody who's tuning in, right? And
Hmm.
I know this isn't exactly what this show is about, but I know what your podcast seems to be about, or your show seems to be about. For some young guy that's like, you know what, QB man, I'm tired of getting rejected. I
Hmm.
want to go overseas. I want to get some of those baddies that I see on Instagram.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my life together. I got a few dollars,
Hmm.
you know, but how do I move like you? What can I do? And once I make it there, how do I, what's some a few tips that they
Right.
could do that you would advise to anybody that's trying to become a passport bro or passport gang?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Great, great, great question. I would say tip number one, make sure you get your money right. Okay.
Hmm.
Traveling is not cheap nor it's expensive,
Right,
but you want to be in a position to where you can either almost live overseas or travel often like I can.
right.
The advantage of being here in California, Mexico is right there. I can
Hmm.
walk to the border. I can get there in 2.5 hours. Okay. So that leads me to number 2, location. Um, if you cannot live and work remote overseas, go to a border town, specifically Tijuana, San Isidro,
Hmm.
or a major city that has frequent flights to other destinations. So, prime example would be if you lived in Miami, you can go to Colombia.
Hmm.
If you live in Houston, you have access to Mexico, Colombia, easy trips.
Right.
California, you got Asia, you got Mexico, you got Colombia, all these other places. So that's number 2. Number 3, I would say understanding, okay, be realistic with yourself in terms of your physique. If you're a guy that's over 300 pounds and you want Instagram baddies, well, I got to be real with you. You're probably going to have to open up your wallet. All right. And if you are not open to doing pay to play, because that's what we call it
Right.
in the
Pay to play.
passport,
Yeah.
right, then you're going to be highly disappointed. Now, if you're a decent looking guy, okay, you can go to the bar, you go to the nightclub, you can do the Tinder, you can do the Bumble. For me, I'm 6'3", so a lot of women in Mexico still think I'm a basketball player.
Right.
So number 4, I would say come to one of us. On my recent last live stream, a sub reached out to me, and I literally hold his hand. Pause, no homo. Coming with me to Veracruz, and this dude got it in with one of the girls there, and she was cute, very very cute. So it's important to get this information, invest in yourself, and say, hey, if this passport bro is moving like this, I want to be on accord. I'm willing to take his offer or his service or his consultation so I can have that similar experience. Because look, the information's free, okay? You can go on Google and say, all right, what's the best nightclubs in Cancun? What's
Right.
the best place here? But if you're not knowing certain things, okay, well, this hotel, you can't bring girls back, period.
Right.
Pros, non-pros. Oh, this nightclub, 2 bottle minimum. All right. Oh, by the way, this town that you go to, there's no Uber there. You're not going to know none of that. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you come out with a passport, bro, he's going to guide you and put you in a winning situation. And that's what I try to do with any and everyone that comes out to me on my channel or on my IG as well.
Hmm. Hey, that's solid information, man. Buddy didn't pay. What you said? You said Santa Cruz. What was the city?
Veracruz.
Veracruz. So he didn't pay nothing, and he
Yeah,
made some magic happen.
he made some magic happen. And keep in mind, this dude kind of looks like Johnny Depp, like literally like Johnny Depp.
Right.
But he's an introvert, so he's very shy, and he's not able to understand like attraction, like when a girl actually likes him.
Right.
So I literally had to give him the playbook and say, look, I just need you to be cool and do exactly what I tell you to do, and the night's gonna go smooth. And he did that. He,
Right.
he did just that. He actually reached out to a lot of dating coaches, all right, and none of their information helped him. So again, whether you believe in game or not, all right, I'm pretty much saying, look, your looks is going to play a significant role to the type of women you're able to attract. Once you understand that, then you're good for the most part.
Right.
Um, and then traveling alone, a lot of guys don't want to travel by themselves to a
Right.
foreign country. So that's another reason why a passport bro is useful, in terms is having that experience to where, wow, you didn't know things are like this here in another country. So there's a lot of benefits. Just guys just have to reach out, do the homework, and put in the work, and you're gonna have that amazing experience to where, look, you're just here to grind in the States, make the States paper, and live the lifestyle somewhere else.
Gotcha. Hey, that sounds dope, man. I appreciate your perspective, and I know the guys who are gonna be watching would
Definitely.
definitely appreciate what you have to say and check you out. Anything else you want to add?
This was a great topic. Keep pushing it. I hear what you're going to the DR, was Santo Domingo or something, or
I'm going to Puerto Plata, man. I usually go there for my birthday, so I'm going there next month. So this time I probably, like I said, I'll probably do like a little group,
okay,
see if anybody's interested. If not, that's cool too. And do have like a little group chat,
right,
whole court out there on the beach,
right.
so have a few sessions with the fellas and the ladies if they're interested too. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, okay,
yeah,
right on. We'll definitely promote that. Um, yeah, brothers just need to get their passport, explore, and it doesn't matter who you are. If you're the loser back home, if you're big winning back home, still have that passport as an option. And I'm gonna, leave this in final for Max. There's no such thing as a dry night. All right, so
yeah,
you're gonna be able to have fun, do your thing, and be safe, and that's the most important aspect of being a passport bro.
gotcha.
All right, bro.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, man.
Okay, no doubt.
Let Shout out to that brother there. Got Mexico on lock. A passport bro live in the flesh, folks. That's the other part of it, right? You can't be scared. There's so much free information out here. Doesn't mean you have to get a dating coach. Doesn't mean you have to do. But there are guys on the ground in these locations, these countries, and things like that. There are people that you can reach out to. You know what I mean? He said, "Say baby for me." Is this a woman? I'm about to say Loria Shin. Okay, babe. Greensboro. The ladies like that, huh? Greensboro, North Carolina. Shout out to High Point. Um, y'all, why are y'all talking about the man being? Is he beta if he gets more buns than you? I mean, I got to get Alpha Gorilla Thug always in here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, see, y'all call a black man a square just because he speaks proper, right? You know, every time every time a black man speaks like the brother was speaking, y'all call him lame. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Dude probably slays more women than you. In hand to hand combat, he probably put the beaters on you. You know what I'm saying? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know, y'all crazy, man. You know, don't let speech and inflection, you know, make it seem like somebody's beta just because they talk a certain way. You know, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you're able to travel, bro says he travels twice a month. You know what I'm saying? He lives a lifestyle where he's able to do that. He makes X amount of income where he can travel. He's in his mid 30s. He's becoming cultured, traveling these places, going to museums. And that's another thing, bros. When you go to these locations, it's more to life than just renting a villa, getting a bunch of and I'm not saying this. I'm just so y'all don't get me wrong, right? I don't say that just because you're a passport bro is that you're paying per play. That was something that he talked about. But fellas, if you are going to go these places, don't always just go there. And I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but don't just go there. I'm gonna rent out a villa. I'm gonna hire 10 hoes, and me and my bros are gonna get this place, and that's all we're gonna do. If that's you, I mean, if that's how you're gonna spend your life doing, by all means. I just, give me all the weed. You want to feel like a rapper for a weekend? Give me all the weed. I need a couple bottles of Hennessy. I need some beer, and I need like 10 hoes up in here, and we just gonna have one big orgy, and you know, call it a day. It's more to life than that, guys, and eventually it's going to get old for you, unless you're doing it once a year or once every few years. But like you said, man, get out there, man. That stuff will come passively, you know. Especially if you're going to a country looking for love, right, or looking for a wife. You want to be amongst the people. You don't want to be amongst the prostitutes. You don't want to be amongst the hoes. I mean, I know you all gonna say, well, Jr. But Jr. Jesus was amongst the hoes. Jesus was amongst the prostitutes and things like that. You're not Jesus. And you have some nefarious intentions at the end of the day when you're going there. But if you truly are looking for love and you're looking for a wife, you need to be out there amongst the people, becoming culture, going to museums, going to the grocery store. That's the best place to pick up women is at a grocery store, at a tienda, at a market, at a mercado. That's what you want to do. There are women out there. Go to the library. Do that. Man. But yeah, I haven't played the clip. Let me go ahead and play this clip for y'all, man. Love is old school and play it out. Just pick whatever flavor you want, pay, and go back to your life. Some people can do that, but paying for hoes gets old, bro. You want to be 80 years old still laying in bed by yourself? You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people do. I get it. Some people do. But who wants to die alone, man? That goes for you men too, not just women. Who wants to die alone? So get your passport, go venture out there. You learn more about yourself than you ever will being around a group of people and going to the same club, or you seeing the same hoes in the same club every weekend, dancing your life away, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. All y'all competing. You've been trying for 26 years, trying to knock her down, and it still ain't happening. She already had 3 kids by 4 different dudes. You know what I'm saying? Guys, you can't be living your life like that, man. There's a woman out there that will treat you like the man that you think you are. He's waiting on you. Man, I'm done washing dishes. I just came in here to chop it up with y'all, man. How many likes we at, man? I can't even see the likes. I need to get on my phone. I'll play the clip for Good Buddy though. This girl posted it on. See what we got here. Y'all sit tight. I'm gonna play this video. We're gonna do it old school style where you gotta hold the phone up to the thing. Where is this shit? I don't even know this girl. Where's this shit? We supposed to have it queued up. I know what we'll do. We got any other callers while I'm pulling this up? I've seen far too many of my homeboys, classmates who don't have who don't have shit, bag 8 9s and not spending a dime. I wish I would pay to play. Man, you think rich men aren't paying to play? That's not what this is about, man. This is about finding true love. How we get off on this? Interactions, likes. It's crazy. Oh, there it is. There he is.
There's a growing number of men that like to be passport boys, passport bros, or passport gentlemen, or passport whatever. I think you guys forgot what Passport Boys or Bros was really intentionally made for. It was for men who already get women to go across overseas to find traditional women of old traditions. It's not for lame men who don't get women to go overseas to try to get women. That's not what's happening. You're getting 304s thinking that they like you. There's a huge difference. There's men that are actually looking for love and companionship. So they're looking for women that cook, clean, appreciative, want to be stay-at-home wives. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know some gentlemen that have got a wife from another country. But a lot of you men are on this app, and all you're doing is going there and getting women that sell box for a living. And you seem to think, oh, I gotta turn down all these dates. So many women, they don't want you, bro. You don't think those women know you're a lame American, just like you're lame to them there? It doesn't change. Women are women. So many of you men forget you still don't look good. You still don't have the characteristics of what they want. You're still poor here in America. Those women are just using you to try to get a visa. There are women who do want an American man, and they do want love, but they also want a handsome man or a man that's in shape, because a lot of those men in those other countries, believe it or not, health is wealth. And a lot of those men look good even though they're broke. They stay in shape. But you men in America are trash here. You're trash there. Social media lets them see everything and know everything. They're just going to use you to get the ticket to come here. You got bozos on this app thinking that they really get women. You don't get women here. You don't get women there. You don't get women anywhere. Dr. Seuss bozo.
Somebody said, bro, be pandering. You be pandering. Yeah, he do be pandering like a motherfucker, but you know, that's what gets him. Shout out to Enos. I appreciate the $1.99. Damn, I've been on here for an hour. $1.99. Damn, he lit, but I'm sure there's caveats. They're trying to convince you to stay on the hamster wheel. The same thing you paying $400 for in Memphis, you get for $40 in Bangkok. They charging $400 in Memphis? Who's paying $400? Sheesh. Good night. Y'all got to cut that out, man. Anyway, fellas, I'm just here to say, man, there's nothing wrong with being lame. You know, it's about effort. As long as you're attempting. If you just say, I give up, I'm afraid, they're gonna turn me down, they're gonna tell me no, they're gonna reject me. I'm just gonna fly somewhere where I know I can just pay for it or that they'll appreciate me. I mean, I would at least encourage you to at least attempt. Or because at that point, if you're just soaking up all this stuff, at that point it's almost like propaganda. Which there's some truth in the shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I've watched so many red pill warriors say this about women, so I don't want an American woman. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna try my luck, in these places, which go do your thing, man. I'm not anybody's dick police, never will be anybody's dick police. Go where you feel free, but you'll never know until you try it. You know what I'm saying? You never know the feeling until you actually try it. If you feel trapped and you feel like, you just been striking out, man, hey, go for it. But with that being said, like I said, man, next month, lame is perspective of 304s, depending on delusion. Lame, yeah, lame is subjective. You're absolutely right. Lame is subjective. And who is a man to call another man lame? I don't plan on fucking him. I don't plan on fucking a man. Why should I care what the fuck you got going on or where you stick your penis at? It's none of my concern. Really don't care. So, buddy, whether you pipe down an American or you go overseas and pipe down something there, I really don't care. Everybody, there are people that are awkward. There are people who don't have game. One thing about that, the passport is an equalizer as well as the almighty dollar is an equalizer. So it's just another thing, man. Get out there, venture, hit the countries up, discover yourself more than what you've already done. And hey, the way will be shown. Shout out to my moderator, Noir Bella QT. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Knock it off, JR. We know what a lame is and isn't. You know, I could be considered lame. That's perfectly fine. You know, somebody could consider you lame. You know, I'll tell you a quick story. So my brother, right? My little brother, one of my biggest haters ever, right? He would do the dirty macking thing where he would go and he would talk shit to other women. He would go talk shit about me to other women, right? Hoping that it would make him look good, right? And he would say, "This guy's lame," and I'm his older brother now. "This guy's lame. He's corny, whatever." Da, da, da. And the girls would turn around and say, "No, you're lame. I think you're the lame one." You know what I mean? You're the lame one. But hey, that's his opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody's not raised under the same circumstances. We don't have the same. Uh, I lost my damn train of thought. We don't have the same ideologies when it comes to things. We don't have the same morals and principles. We don't have the same swag. So I mean, it is what it is. You know, I could be considered a lame, a square. You know, and another dude could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's so hot and he, whatever. Hope man, appreciate the $5 super chat. But if you don't have your passport yet, like I said, I'm probably gonna put it up on I'm gonna put it up on Instagram. I'm also gonna put it up on my community tab on YouTube for if anybody's interested. Like I said, I'll be in DR out in Puerto Plata. I'll be out there with the homie King Lockett and a few other people. You guys want to, King Lockett has all the trips, all the excursions and things like that. If you guys are interested, you know, yacht, the yacht parties and, deep sea fishing and all that, all those other things, skiing, banana boat, kayaking, all those other things. But yeah, I'll be out there for like a week. So I'll put the dates for sure. If you guys are interested, definitely you can DM me if you're watching this, if you're interested in something like that. Like I said, I'll probably come up with an itinerary where I'll be holding court on the beach. El Valero 108 out there. We'll be serving beverages and things like that while we'll be holding court on the beach. It's a beautiful time of year in December and January. So fresh lobster, fresh seafood, kick your feet up. All is love. Appreciate Enos once again. You're far too kind. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah, that's gonna be the plan. You know what I'm saying? And have a few classes out there is what I plan on doing. Impromptu. But there is a respect. You don't have to disagree to agree, or vice versa. Lame can be defined in various ways. For sure. So now that I don't wash my dishes, I know I haven't posted in a few days. I'm kind of busy these past few. I knocked out a bunch of videos today, guys. I got something. I hope I'm not going to announce it right now, but I'm going to be working on it tomorrow. I'm coming up with I'll just say it's a skit. So I'm going Dubai. I'm going to Dubai in like end of February, probably March. So I probably need to go ahead and announce that, huh? The trip to Dubai, yeah. But where was I? Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to Dubai and Cairo, Egypt for sure, end of February. Um, Skit. That's what I was saying. So I'm working on this skit, man, It's based on true stories, so I hope to make it. Like multiple episodes. This is my first time doing something like this, so it's based upon my life experiences and conversations and things like that. So I'm just announcing it. You guys are hearing it here. The skit. I think I get excited thinking about it, because I'm gonna be producing it and everything. So I'm just trying out different things that's also informative in real life situations that you guys could, relate to when you do see these skits. So I'm gonna try to implement some comedy and some realism. It's definitely realism. It's gonna be based on true stories. So yeah, look out for that, man. I hope to have it out tomorrow, man. I'm gonna start filming it tomorrow. So I hope to have it out tomorrow. That's just how excited I am about it. You know what I mean? And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just, I don't know. Anyway, man, I'm done talking. You guys have been great. I haven't been on here for a while. I know I haven't posted all weekend and even today. So what I was going to post today, but the video, it would just took too long to, do the thumbnail and everything. So I said I'll just go live and just talk about this passport bro stuff, because I had meant to talk about it, but a lot of the topics we talked about tonight, I've actually done videos on today. Be careful in Egypt. Egypt is safe, man. You don't have to worry about any mummies. Speaking of that, while you guys are here, you guys can, if you go to I have a playlist, which I'll link at the end of the video too for you guys watching the restream. But I have a playlist. If you go to my playlist on my main page now, you'll see like all the places that I've traveled, all the vlogs, excuse me, not all the places, but some of the vlogs that I've done of the locations I've been at, including Egypt, Dubai, DR, I think a few other places, Hawaii. I think I got Hawaii on there. A few other places, but not all of them, but just a few places I've been. But yeah, I don't know. I would ask, what else do y'all want to see? I know people saying, I haven't been going live, but I'm like, they're like, if you go live, I want you to talk more about the average man and the average woman. Why men are walking away from these hoes? You know, why men are turning down below average? Why average men are turning down average women? Different shit like that. I don't know. This is a peculiar channel, man, but I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. What is it with you and BBLs, man? Damn, man, you're all excited about BBLs. Jeez. It's just a BBL. Anyway, man, I'm done. I'm done chopping it up with y'all, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I can't believe it's been an hour and some change. I didn't figure. I said, look, while I'm washing dishes, let me go ahead and chop it up with y'all, man, and not kill time, but at least cover it. Knock out two birds with one stone. Average women don't want average men. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, man. Get your passport, man. I'm out of here, man. Let me run these commercials. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps us support the channel. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. The links are below. Listen, guys, if you have any crazy dating stories or any crazy relationship stories, you know what I mean? You say you made some money. Email me those stories, man, or DM them to me. I'm gonna start covering these, responding to them. You know what I mean? Via video. Giving my commentary on it as well. So shoot me those stories, man. People want to know. What the hell y'all got going on? You know what I mean? So much blessings and abundance. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Stick around for those of you that are watching the restream. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen right now. And that's where I'm going to see you at. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody who gave a super chat. Shout out to the mods in the chat room tonight. And hey, man, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the next video that I post up, man. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. You guys have a great night. Be well, peace and blessings, and we'll talk soon. I'm out.